Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel, and welcome to my Drytron deck profile for the April 2022 Master Duel format. So, I decided to do something a little bit different for this profile. I decided to bump it up to 50 cards, kind of like in the TCG. But yeah, I did a couple changes with this list. We'll go over it and talk about it as we go along. So first up, we got Droll and Knockbird. So the reason I'm playing this card is because of the FTK that are going around, like the Ignite FTK and the Banquet FTK. A lot of times you can just drop a Droll and it kind of stops the FTK in its tracks. Although I'm not seeing it too much in Platinum right now, so like maybe you can change this out for something else like Maxi or something. But you know, I really am not enjoying that a lot, so. Playing the Droll stops both the FTKs. 2 copies of Ava. This is fine, especially in the 50 cards. If you're playing 40, you can probably hit this down to 1 and, you know, raise your consistency levels a little bit. But for 2 is fine, especially in the 50 cards. Then we have the 3 copies of Alpha. The 1 Beta. I'll get back to this in a second. 3 Gamma, 3 Zeta, 3 Delta. And I guess to go along with the Drytron names, we also have the Emergencies, Nova, and the Fafnir. So 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 18, 21, 22 names total. So basically this just like ensures you want to see as many Drytrons as possible. So usually a lot of people don't, like, they cut down on Fafnirs, or they don't even play Fafnir at all. They cut down on Deltas and Gammas, and even Beta. No one plays Beta. I'm playing Beta just because it's the next best name. Maybe you should be playing Terraforming over this, but sometimes like you do want another name like in circulation sometimes, especially because Call By is pretty important in this format, and so being able to get your Drytron back after the turn is like pretty good. There's also a situation which I'll get to later with the Beta that makes it kind of important as well. 3 Orange Lights, 3 Diviners. Honestly, you could probably cut the Orange Light to 2. 3 Diviner. This card's great. You want to see it, of course. 3 Ash. Chaos Valkyrie, which is really funny. We'll get to this in a sec. 2 Full, 1 Ophiel, 1 Natasha, 3 Ben 10, Idaten, and Ultimateness. So there's no Bethor in this list. We're just on the 3 megaliths. You could play Bethor if you really want, but I don't see like a super big reason to. And obviously the Drytron names we talked about earlier. The 1 Medionis, the 2 Call By, and the 1 Red Reboot. We play Red Reboot for the Banquet FTK as well, because if they activate Trap Trick or Banquet or whatever, you just drop the Red Reboot and kill them. Like, they can't do anything. It's also really good against Eldritch, which is still really popular. But yeah, I wanted to mention, which I guess I'll get into in the extra deck. So we have a copy of Elder Entity Entis, an Arclight, and the reason I'm playing 50 cards, or just playing the Megalith cards in general, which is Baronne de Fleur. The reason for you to play this card is because Diviner's a tuner level 6 when you send the Arclight, and then you're going to summon Ophiel off of full, and so that's a 4 and a 6, so you make 10, and you make Baronne, so you have an extra negate. Because a lot of people are playing Kaijus, especially if you're against like the Numeron deck, that will like drop a Kaiju on your Ultimateness and kind of like screws you over, but you can still have a play with the Baronne. Plus you'll have like IP chillin', which you can usually make into like a unicorn, and you'll have the Baronne negate, so you should be fine. Then we also have the Nightingale, 2 copies of Fafnir, 1 Downard, 1 Beatrice, Divine Arsenal AA Zeus, Link Karibo, IP, Unicorn, Appaloosa, Access Code, and Underworld Goddess, which I will mention, Underworld Goddess is to specifically stop the Crooked Cook, yeah, this guy, because usually they make this guy so he's unaffected and can't be destroyed by battles, so they just stall forever, draw Exodia, or like whatever their win condition is. But you can actually just link this dude away with the Underworld Goddess's like effect, because you can also use 1 monster your opponent controls to link it, so you just link it off. And then you just kill them. So yeah, that's like the idea with the Underworld Goddess. You could just drop this and play Phoenix, because Phoenix has more utility, but I mean, you could just play this. I don't know if like Phoenix is worth it or this is worth it. I think the second Fafnir is worth playing as well, so you probably don't want to cut those for the Phoenix. You could also cut Nightingale for Phoenix. You could cut Downard for Phoenix. You have a lot of options to like cut cards for Phoenix if you absolutely wanted to play it, but that would be the card you would play. Or you could just go and play the 40 card variant and drop Baronne, but if you want to play this list, like, you have to include Baronne, so that's why I'm including it here. I might do another deck profile in like a week or two with like a 40 card list later, or just like a more consistent list in general without the megalith cards. But yeah, another thing I wanted to mention was Chaos Valk can be a level 4 fairy that you search off Ben 10 if your O-field gets like interrupted or you just can't access your megalith package for whatever reason. So your Ben 10 can search the Chaos Valk, you summon it, and then you link or you synchro off the Diviner and the Valk. So that could be another reason, and then that makes the beta worth it again, because then the beta can get back any Drytron you banish. Usually you can banish like Zeta, because you're not going to use Zeta like turn 1 to get another ritual search. So like this one's like the worst one post turn 1. So the beta can actually return the Zeta like later on if you really need to. So that's like another utility of beta. I think that's about it for the list. I don't think that there's much else I want to say. Oh, funny enough, Droll is like also pretty funny because it's a level 1, so you can actually normal summon it and make Fafnir. Oh yeah, I wanted to say the reason you play 2 Fafnir is if one of them gets like Veilered, it's kind of rough. But the main reason is that if you draw Gamma Zeta, you can't really combo because you don't really have like a ritual. And so what you can do is you can go Gamma Effect, Tribute Zeta, summon Zeta, make Fafnir. Fafnir sends Alpha. Alpha tributes Fafnir, searches Ben 10, and then you can go Zeta, tribute Ben 10, and then you're basically at the same point. You have the Alpha, Zeta, Ben 10 engrave, and a ritual spell and a fairy in hand, so Diviner most likely. So that's like the reason why you'd play the second Diviner, or the second Fafnir, so that you can actually do that combo. I guess it's not like 100% necessary, but like that would be the main reason why you do that. Unfortunately, you just can't send another Drytron the same turn because it's a once per turn effect. But yeah, that's about it for the list. Let's go ahead and get on into some games that I have for you guys to show you guys what the basic rough combo is, as well as just some other gameplay. Alright, so for this first game I have for you guys today, this is just going to be showing you what the basic combo is. So I think I start off with Cyber Emergency here and I search the Alpha. And then we can use the effect of Delta to tribute the Alpha, or sorry, the other way around. Alpha tribute Delta, summon and search for Ben 10. What's important to know is that we have this extra Diviner in hand, so we can kind of like use our Ben 10 to search whatever. So our Diviner is going to send Arclight and search full here, which is very important for the combo. We're going to go Delta's effect to get rid of the Ben 10, reveal the full, and draw a card with the effect of it. Drawing Gamma here is actually really insane because like it gives us another Drytron name to like let us like push through hand traps and stuff. Our Ben 10 is going to search for Idaten here, which is actually important for the combo as well. So we're going to go Fafnir effect, send Zeta. We're going to go Zeta effect, tributing full to summon itself and search the ritual spell. So this is just obviously a way to get to the ritual spell because we didn't have access to Zeta earlier. We can go the effect of the Meteonis. We're going to tribute the Gamma out of hand because we have like so much hand advantage here that we're going to like accumulate over the turns that it's not going to matter. So we're going to go full effect to add back Ben 10, making it a level 6, and then we're going to ritual summon from deck for the O-field. Then we're going to go Ben 10 1, O-field 2. We're going to get a search for full so we can have follow-up for the next turn, which is actually like really insane. And then we're also going to get the Ben 10's effect here to search for ultimateness, which is obviously the end boss monster. We're going to synchro off for Baronne with a 4 and a 6. Then we're going to go Meteonis effect to go into the Zeta. And then we're going to go Meteonis to ritual summon back the Idaten. We can go Idaten's effect to add back the Meteonis so we can just recycle it. And then we can make Beatrice because we had 2 6s, being the full and the full and the Idaten. Then we can use the effect to send Ava to the grave and then search 2 so we can have a negate so the rest of our combo's safe. It was already safe with the Baronne, but this is just like 2 layers of extra safe. Then we're going to go the effect of Gamma. I could have probably linked it off and then Gamma effect, but like, I don't know how like great it would have been. Then we're going to go Meteonis effect to summon back the Heraldal Ultimateness. And then we are going to pass our turn here. So our opponent scoops here, obviously, but this is just showing you what the end board is. So we could obviously use the Beatrice effect to send and get 2 more negates. So in that hand, we'd have 4 negates, 5 negates with the Baronne, and then we could use the IP to get up to 4 more negates, but we could probably just go for like 3. So yeah, that's just like what the basic combo is. It just kind of raises the ceiling slightly. Also, Baronne has a really cool effect where you just like pop a card once per turn. Alright, I know I said that there was going to be a couple more games, but actually that's going to be it for today's video. So here's the list again if you want to see it, and if you want to see some more gameplay, let me know in the comments, and I will most likely be uploading another profile, like I said earlier, in a couple of weeks.